welcome to Mary's Eclectic Interests. Today's show will be comfort food again. Yes, we're going to do more comfort food. Cranberry crunch. In the front, the ingredients are 1 cup of rolled oats, 1/3 cup of honey. This is a guesstimate. I don't know how much honey I'm going to use when I cook the cranberries. So I'm starting out with 1/3 cup. There's 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. In the back, there's 1/2 cup of butter. I've already melted it. 16 ounces or 1 pound of fresh cranberries. I had frozen, so that's what I'm using. And far left is 1 cup of brown sugar. In this recipe, they want me to cook the cranberries first. I'm not going to do that because that's going to be kind of messy. I can't use my stove, so I'm going to have to improvise. So I'm going to take out the cranberries and I'm going to put those over there. We're going to do that later. And the honey I'm taking out. So what I'm going to be making is what we're going to be putting on the bottom of the cake pan and then on top of your crunch mixture. So let's get this all together here. I'm going to put the flour, or this is the oatmeal, the flour, and the brown sugar. I'm bringing over a fork so that I can start blending this together a little bit. Now if you happen to see a band-aid on my thumb here, it's because I went and cut myself when I was cutting the butter up to put it in the microwave. Instead of putting in the 1/2 pound of, or 1/2 pound, the 1/2 cup of butter, I like to do it in slices so I don't have to put it in there as long. So I accidentally got myself a little bit here. Just a little pin prick, but. And now I'm going to put in all this butter. And for those of you who don't want to use butter, you can use margarine. I'm a butter person. And as in my prior shows, most people know that I leave my butter up in the freezer. I have a tendency to buy things when I see them on sale. And I don't always do a lot of baking. I've been doing more for this show. More than I have, I think, in many a year. These recipes I haven't made, I don't think, since I worked prior to retirement, and that's as far as I'm going with that. I think this is going pretty good. Here's my 8x8 pan. And there's my cooking spray. You can use whatever brand you like. And I'm going to take about 1/2 of this and throw it in here and press it down. There. This is a nice little. And because the butter was melted, it's not going to be crumbly. It is a little wetter, but that's okay. It'll flatten in here and it'll be just fine. I think I put a little bit more in here. Rather have more on the bottom than on the top. I have a little hole over here. I don't want that little hole. Oh, now I've got a bigger hole. See what happens when you move things around? Okay, this looks pretty good. If the cranberry mixture goes through, it goes through. So here it is. And this is the bottom portion, and I have enough, I hope, left over for the top. And I'm going to bring out my little tiny Yep, this is going to be my cooking thing. Here we go. And I like this one better than my other one because I can actually see there's a little thing here telling you if you're on high or low. Right now I'm on about medium. And what I have to do, all these cranberries have to be cooked. And you cook them until they pop. You don't want them mushy. You do not want to have mushy cranberries because don't forget, they're going from here into the oven. So they're going to get more cooking. Right now, I don't know how much I want to put as far as the honey. So I'm just going to put in a little bit here. So I'm starting out with 1/3 cup of honey. Now I'm thinking I should put a little water down here. It does not say that, but I am going to put in equivalent to just a little bit so that this won't stick on the bottom. Maybe a tablespoon or 2. Probably just a tablespoon. I want something on the bottom here. Wow, don't those look pretty? That bright, bright cranberry red. Now another little tidbit is that honey never spoils. You can buy a large quantity of honey. When it crystallizes or you think it's spoiling because it's crystallized, don't. I just throw it in the microwave, zap it, or you can put it on top of your stove in hot water, depending upon your container. Not in hot water, but let's say you have one of these and it crystallized in here and you don't have a microwave. You could just use a shallow pan with some water in it and set it in the pan until the honey will warm up and the crystals will disappear. A friend of mine, we had a discussion on, does honey get old? It's one of the few foods, I guess, that does not expire. Isn't that something? Aha, I hear it. Now I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Some of these are starting to pop. You don't see it. They're not going to go pop, 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 pop like a breakfast cereal or something like that. Oh, I can hear them pop, starting to pop now. I wonder if I could tip this up a little bit so you could see it. Probably get myself into trouble doing that. Let's go over here. Whoa, now it's popping. See, it's spit out. Yep, I can hear it. Whoa! Oh, get that off. That's on something white. Uh-oh, got a cranberry stain over there. These are still pretty tart. I'm going to put some more honey in. case you're wondering, I'm putting a towel over where this spit, which happened to be on a white tablecloth. So when I'm done with this, guess what I'll be doing? Okay, I'm going to just start squashing them down. Okay, I think this is it. We're going to leave it here. I'm going to turn this off. I'll put this over here. And it says once they start popping to do it for another 1 or 2 minutes. And here we go. This is what it looks like. And now I'm going to place this in here. Wow. That is a lot of cranberries. I would think that this would be more in a larger cake pan than what I have. Well, it says 8 by 8 dish. I would say it's a good... Here, I'm going to show you what it looks like before we get the topping on. Now this is kind of... Here, I'm going to kind of pick this up and do it this way because that brown sugar and I did not taste it, but I'm going with the 1/3 cup of honey. I'm hoping with a whole cup of brown sugar that'll leach into there from the top and the bottom, and that it'll add in, but I should have tasted it before I did that, but too late now. I'm not going to do anything. Hopefully I'm correct in my guesstimates here. There we go. Okay, I'm off. I'm putting this in the oven. The cranberry crunch is out of the oven. Here it is. I did let it, let's take this off. It's still really warm, but at least I could touch the pan. This only took me a half an hour, not 45 minutes, and it might be because I use a metal pan. So let's see if it's too tart, too sweet, or just right. Wow, lots of cranberries. I'm going to put this over here. In case you're wondering, this is going to be my supper along with the other cranberry dish that I made. The cranberry bread and the cranberry crunch are my dinner. Excellent. Yep, I used about 1/3 cup of honey. That may change for if you like something sweeter, but to me it's just perfect. Not too sweet, not too tart. Well, enjoy everyone. Until next time, this is Mary's Eclectic Interest. See you soon.